If you're a professional organizer and getting clients feels completely random, some months you're fully booked, others you're wondering where have all the people gone, then this video is for you. Hey there, I'm Molly Winters, former professional organizer turned copywriter, and I love helping you get a steady stream of clients without the marketing overwhelm. I recently surveyed a group of professional organizers, a pretty decent sized group, about their marketing struggles, and so many of you said the same thing. Your clients love working with you, no surprise there, but getting those clients feels completely random, unpredictable, inconsistent, and we don't want that, right? So here's the thing: when your client flow is inconsistent and random, it's usually because your marketing is random. You're winging it. You're hoping something sticks when you throw the spaghetti at the wall. And that stops today, okay? So first, let me tell you, I completely get it. I am an experienced professional copywriter and marketer, and I still get it. I know all the things to do, but doing them is difficult. Staying consistent is difficult. All the other things pop up in life, right? So I am changing how I do this, and I want you to come with me. I want you to do it too. So we're building the system today in under an hour, and then you'll fill in the details month by month. This is really just a structure you can follow. You're not planning every single post or video for the rest of the year. That would be bonkers, right? We're creating the structure so that you can stop winging it. And since you're an organizer, you're going to love how organized this gets. So let's do it together. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to walk you through my free customizable marketing plan for professional organizers. The link is below if you want to grab it. It's a Google Sheets template because, let me be honest, if we're all organizers here, I know that you probably love a good spreadsheet. Now, let me be clear again that what we're doing today is setting up your system, your framework, the structure behind all of your marketing. We're not sitting down and planning every Instagram post for 12 months because that would be insane. We are creating the bones of your plan so that you can fill in the details month by month as you go. So the things we're going to do today: figure out who you're actually talking to, who your ideal clients are, right? We're going to choose which marketing channels you can focus on, because if you're trying to do everything, not going to be able to keep up, right? Then you're going to set up your content schedule template, your guide for the week, the month, and so forth. Then you're going to create a tracking system so that you can keep an eye on what's working and what's not. Then you're also going to plan a relationship marketing approach, because that's one piece that I see almost all organizers forget. So I recently did a blog post called 7 Ways to Get Consistent Organizing Clients Without Spending All Day on Social Media. So if you're not a huge social media person, this blog post is perfect for you. And we're going to plug those strategies into this plan as we go along. So by the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap. Not every detail mapped out, but a way to keep monthly planning easy instead of overwhelming. Okay, when you first click to get the customizable marketing plan, you'll see this instruction page that has a training video and then the link to click to download your copy of the Google Sheet. It will give you this, which is saying to make a copy, and this is safe to do so. This basically makes it so that it's on your Google Drive instead of mine. So you'll make a copy to your files. Okay, so once you have copied this to your own Google Drive, you can rename it whatever you would like, and then you'll see at the bottom that there are instructions. The first page talks about just how to change this so it's not pink and my logo, so that you can personalize it yourself. Then you'll see step 1 is finding your voice, step 2A, marketing channels, step 2B, creating a plan for those marketing channels, and then figuring out tracking those marketing channels and having your relationship marketing planned out as well. So we're going to walk through each of these different tabs. So grab your favorite beverage, a cup of coffee, and settle in, open this up on your screen and follow along as we set up your marketing system. All right, step 1 is all about finding your brand voice. And this is where most organizers want to skip ahead, but trust me, the foundation matters. Because if you don't know who you're talking to and what makes you different, all the Instagram posts in the world won't help you. So you're going to answer these questions. First is, what's the goal of your marketing? If you say get more clients, that's too vague. We want to get specific. Do you want 5 new clients per month? Do you want to attract seniors who are downsizing instead of overwhelmed moms? Do you want to fill a team's calendar, or is it just you and you're a solopreneur? Write down your actual goals in this section so you have an idea of where you're headed. Next, you need to think about who your ideal client is. And here's the key. Don't describe them just in demographics. Describe a real person. Think of a favorite past client, the one who was an absolute joy to work with, the one who referred 3 people to you, the one whose transformation made you remember why you love this work, right? Think about them and describe them. What was happening in their life? What transformation were they looking for? What transformation did you help them achieve? And where do they like to hang out? What do they like to read, watch, or listen to? Think about this as a real person. The next thing you're going to consider is, what's the why behind your business? Why do you do this work? What excites you about organizing? If you were telling your best friend about it, what would you say? Write that down and don't self-edit. Just get all of this down on the page. Another thing I want you to think about is, what do you say to your clients? Because these are your before words, the things that you're saying to them before you work together, the things that put them at ease and make them ready to hire you. And I want you to think about the during and after things that you say to them, the things that when you're working together makes them love this work with you, and the things that they say and you say after working together. Because just like before and after words, before and after photos, you can have before and after words as well. So again, don't self-edit, just get these things down on the page. Another key piece is thinking about what makes you different from other organizers. And this isn't just about what you specialize in or the way you operate. Sometimes it's your personality. The things that make you you are why people want to hire you. So get those things down as well. And then think about the vibe of your business. Do you want to be friendly, sassy, funny? Just think about the different ways you want people to perceive you when you're working together, when they see your branding and so forth. Then boil it all down into what you do and who you do it for. And with these different prompts, you'll see often a go unstuck yourself box over to the side that can give you some prompts to get your juices flowing, because these are important questions that you need to consider before you set up your entire marketing plan. All right, now we are moving on to step 2A, the marketing channels. This is where you're going to choose how you show up. And this is what I love about this section, is you have these fun little drop downs where you can pick and choose what you're going to work on. And the first thing I will say is, do not pick all of them. If you are just starting out, focusing on a website and a Google business profile is a good thing. And you only want to layer in more once you get some good things going. So I do consider a website and a Google business profile as must-haves. Yes, you can run a business without them, but most people do not. And I'd highly recommend you have those things in place. This doesn't mean you have to get all of this up and running before you start working with people. Not at all. But these are the things that you want to start with before you add in, of course, blogging or email marketing, social media, and so forth. And actually, that's not even true. Email marketing can be as simple as sending out an email to your warm network, people that know you from a previous job, or your neighbors and so forth, and letting them know that you're doing organizing. So, but real true email marketing where you're going to be talking about your brand and so forth, maybe newsletters, that you can layer in later on. So I just like to say these kinds of things because making sure that everything is in place before you start taking on clients is something a lot of organizers do, because we want to make sure everything's perfect. But don't worry, you can start working with people before you have all of these things in place. But now, my tangent aside, make sure that you have a Google business profile up and running, because this is where you can get a lot of traffic from your local area. So in my blog post, 7 ways to get consistent organizing clients, I talk about spreading yourself too thin and making sure that you really just do what you can to avoid burnout and inconsistency. So check out that blog post that also goes into more detail about some of these things. But for the sake of setting up your plan and depending on where you are in your business, you're going to choose 2 to 3 channels to focus on for your next month. So let me show you how I think about this. If you're a local business, your Google business profile is non-negotiable because this is how people find you if they put in professional organizer near me or professional organizer Bend, Oregon, which is where I am. Whatever your town is, you want people to be able to find you. Then you're going to just go down the list and decide if you're going to be posting updates on your profile. Maybe you're just starting out and you put no, because that just seems like a lot. Blogging, maybe if you are just starting out, you put no. But eventually, blogging is actually kind of a secret weapon recommendation because 1 blog post per month can position you as an expert, but also boost your search engine optimization and give you content to repurpose across your other channels. So blogging is definitely still a great thing to do, even in the age of AI and so forth, because it just helps the little robots find you when you have relevant information on your website. But again, it depends on the stage you are in business. So you're going to select the drop down for your business here. Email marketing can also be really simple. So put a yes here if you feel like you're ready to layer in sending emails to a list, even if your list is 10 past clients. Having an email list is a great way to stay in touch, and it's not social media that goes out to the masses and hopes that people see it. Email goes directly to people's inbox, and email marketing is not dead, not by a long shot. All right, social media. This is one where people tend to go a little too much too soon. So choose 1 platform and say yes, and then layer things in as you go. It's really up to you. Maybe you've already started some of these accounts. Maybe you're going to do no social media at all. And actually, that can work. I know plenty of successful organizers who've been in business for 15 plus years who barely use social media at all. So go through and select what you're going to do. You're also going to select your directory listings. These are great to have in different places, even if it's simply for the backlink to your website, which can really help with your search engine optimization. Showing that you are out there in the interwebs on other websites, linking back to your website can be really good for your SEO. So those are just a few options. Of course, there's going to be other listings as well. And just go through this list and select what is going to be for you and your marketing. Don't choose everything, but this page is where you choose your channels. Okay, this is where the planning magic happens. So now we are on step 2B, your content marketing schedule. This is your monthly content calendar template. Now, as you can see, it's not the actual content itself. This is where you're planning out what platforms you'll post on and when, so that you have a system in place. And when you sit down right before the start of the month, you can map out and realize, okay, I need to come up with, let's say, 6 Instagram posts, 1 blog post, 1 email. This is going to be dependent on you and how you want to run your marketing plan. And remember, don't choose too much too soon. Don't post on Instagram every single day right out of the gate if you've never posted on Instagram before, right? So pick and choose what's going to be working for your business and be realistic, something that you can stick with and build on. And then what you can do is try this out for your first month. And then if it seems like a good frame of reference, you can actually just duplicate this page and do the next month and the month after that. And you can fine tune it as you go along and set things up for different months and different plans. Now, I mentioned blogging in the previous section, and if you wrote 1 blog post this month, you can pull 5 to 6 different social media posts from it. One piece of substantial content, like a blog, can be repurposed across other channels. Now, the bonus tab over here at the end of everything has 50 blog and social media topics and ideas specifically for professional organizers. So if you're staring at a blank calendar thinking, okay, I've mapped out that I'm going to do one Instagram post a week and so forth, but I have no idea what to post, go to this section when you're actually doing the content because I've done all the brainstorming for you. All right, but go back to this one where you've mapped out your calendar. And remember, just 1 month at a time, make a plan and then be flexible with it. As we talked about earlier in the video, it's not like your systems that you set up for clients work perfectly magically the next day. They still have to work at keeping them up, right? So same with you and your marketing system. You're going to do a plan for your first month, and then you're going to keep visiting it each week and see how you can work this into your new plan and make it manageable so that you can grow with it over time. All right, step 2C is probably the most overlooked piece in marketing, and it's also one of the more important pieces. This is where you track what's actually working, and it can be a little difficult at first, especially if you're newer in your business. You're not going to have a ton to track in first month or two and so forth, but getting in the habit of tracking where your leads are coming from, where your clients are coming from, is really going to help you down the road. So this table is built for you. And again, it might be something that you need to adjust and make your own. Really, it's the customizable marketing plan for professional organizers, right? It's not the exact way to do it marketing plan. So make this your own, but tracking is so important. So maybe right out of the gate, you're just going to keep a list of Susie Q, your clients and where they came from, found my website, whatever it is, just track this in some way, in some fashion, so you can start to see where people are coming from. Because you might not know that it's exactly from the blog post if people tell you they found you on Google, right? But that blog post might be what's upping your search engine optimization and making you come up higher in the ranks. So doing your best to track these things is really important. Now, emails may be a more direct tracking because you might get a response from someone that says, oh my gosh, thanks for the email. It reminded me that I really need to set up a back to school station or whatever it is, right? So do your best to track this information. If you're not sure, don't throw in the towel and be like, oh, I just can't track this information. You can really just start doing it this way with like a list of clients and how they found you. Okay, the final step. Step 3 is all about relationship marketing. And this is the strategy that many organizers completely ignore, even though it's often the most effective. So here's what it is. You're going to set a daily goal for how many people you'll personally reach out to or have conversations with about your business. So this could be texting a past client to check in, reaching out to a potential referral partner, following up with someone who inquired but didn't book, or, and this is a big one, just talking to people about your business in everyday conversations. So in the blog post, I keep mentioning about 7 ways to get consistent organizing clients. Strategy number 6 is all about talking to people about your business. And it's the one that makes organizers squirm because we don't want to be pushy, right? We're the helpers of the world. But it's time for a reframe. You're not being pushy. You're offering a solution to a problem that most people genuinely struggle with. So when you're at your kid's soccer game and another parent mentions feeling overwhelmed, you can say, oh, I totally get that. I'm actually a professional organizer and I help overwhelmed families all the time. It's literally what I do. You're just mentioning what you do. You're opening a door. And if a doctor were to tell someone that they were a doctor at their daughter's soccer game, they are not going to be judged for like mentioning what they do, right? So this is where this tracker comes into play. It helps you set goals. Maybe you just start out with reaching out to one person per day, just one. If this scares the pants off of you and you don't want to talk to people, if you're a total introvert, start with one person, right? And then just build as you go. And here's what's wild. Most of my clients, most of the organizers I know and work with, they often realize that their best clients come from these kinds of conversations, not from Instagram. Instagram is a great place to remind people of who you are and what you do and showcase your personality. But really, conversations are where the clients come from. So start small, set a goal, track it, keep it up, and build this habit and watch what happens. Okay, so in this video, we walked you through how to set up your marketing plan, how to set up this structure. This is sustainable marketing if you can stick with a framework like you've set up today. So here's what you're going to do if you haven't done these steps as we've gone along. First, you're going to download the free Customizable Marketing Plan for professional organizers. The link is in the description below. So click it, you'll make a copy to your own Google Sheets, spend an hour this week setting up this foundation for your brand voice, your ideal client, and who you're talking to. Next, read my blog post, 7 ways to get consistent clients, organizing clients without spending all day on social media, because it can go deep into some of these strategies that we're talking about here in this video. The link is also down below in the description. So next, you're going to block time at the end of this month to plan next month, right? And then you might chunk it down and plan 1 week at a time, because just like you tell your clients, we're breaking things down into manageable steps, right? Chunk it down, keep it simple. If you are the type that needs content that's already done for you, that you can just swipe it, adjust it to your own tone and voice, then I have the thing for you too, because I have done for you content in the Pro Organizer content community, so that every single month on the first business day of the month, you receive a done for you blog post, a done for you email, social media captions, along with a ton of Canva templates that you can just copy into your own Canva account and fit to your brand so that you can stay consistent with all of the materials you decided to use consistently each month in your marketing. So a link for that is in the description below. And finally, if you found this helpful, I would love for you to leave a comment or a like in this video, because I want to hear from you about what your biggest marketing challenges are, what you're struggling with, if it's consistency or not knowing what to post, or if you're just overwhelmed, because I read all the comments and I read everything you guys send me, and I use that feedback to create more things to help you along. You've got this. You are an organizer. You go into homes all the time and help people get organized. So now it's time to get your marketing organized, right? Go download that template, set up your framework in your system, and let's make this the most consistent, predictable, profitable year yet. Because remember, the clients come consistently when your marketing is as organized as the spaces you create. See you soon.